gonna be real simple, right? I can't give you perfect advice on how to defend Cannon Rush, but I can give you like a really basic as fuck overview on what to do, okay? So, you do your standard opener, right? And I'm gonna pretend like I'm the Cannon Rusher and the defender for this circumstance, since I don't have a Cannon Rusher to play against right now. And we're gonna put our pylon on the high ground over here.
You have not enough minerals. Put your
Oh my
harvesters
god,
to work.
penises in the chat, dude. So we're gonna put our pylon on the high ground here. And then when we make our gateway, we'll go scout. And then what happens, right, is that most people will reach your base with their probe, right? You'll build the gateway and you'll go down here to the ramp, right? And like, this is when a probe shows up in your natural if they're cannon rushing, okay? So you need to be paying attention to your probe after you leave your base with the gateway. This is important. You'll like come down here and their probe will be here, okay? So that's number one. And then what you're gonna do is this probe is gonna go across the map. And then when their probe comes in your base, you're gonna get your gas. When their probe comes in your base, you're gonna send one probe to chase their probe, right? And then when you see their other probe, you're gonna send another probe to chase the other probe, okay? And at this point, you need to decide, right? At this point, you need to decide. If you can full wall before they get in your base, and you know they're cannon rushing, you should do it. Like, if you played some guy on ladder, and you're like, fuck, this guy cannon rushed me last time, he's gonna fucking do it again. You should see their probe on the low ground, and you should make a forge and make a pylon and full wall your ramp, okay? That is the simplest solution to the cannon rush. But what happens the majority of the time is that they get on the high ground, right? They get on the high ground, and that's what happens. So when they get on the high ground, right, what they do, right, is they will come over here to a spot where they can build a pylon. Shoot, this is like an old map, so it's actually harder to show it here. They'll come to a spot where they can fit 3 pylons, right? They can fit like 3 pylons like this, right? Okay, this is not a good example because it's an old map. But if we go 1, 2, 3, right? They get a cage here. And you want to prevent them from getting this cage at all costs, all right? Because, like I said, their first probe's going to come up in your base, and you're going to follow him around. So he's going to drop this first pylon, and then you're going to be on top of him with your probe. And then that first pylon's going to go down, and what you're going to do is you're going to send a probe here, and you're going to send a probe here, and then you're going to send probes to the low ground and patrol, okay? If they can get a low ground position with the pylon, you're going to send a probe to the low ground. And like I said, this probe's chasing their second probe, this probe's chasing their first probe, and what they're going to do is they're going to try and build pylons like this, and you're going to go, ah, no, don't do that, you know? You go, ah, no, don't let them get the full wall off. If they get the... Oh, you see how it got blocked there, but my probe moved out of the way because it was on follow and not attack? Don't let them get this. If they get this, it's over. If they get this, you're dead, okay? So you absolutely cannot let them get this. Like I said, when they put a pylon down, what you're going to do is you're going to put a probe on this side, and you're going to put on probe on this side. And then what's going to happen, right? Because usually, here's what happens, right? All right, I'm going to make a forge just so I can show this. Here's what usually happens, right? They'll make a pylon here, and then they'll make a pylon over here, and then they'll cannon right here, and then they'll put a gateway, right? But if your probe is here, they can't do that, right? They're going to have to, like, build the cannon here, and then they'll build the gateway, and then they got to build another pylon to full wall off, right? Which means that you have the opportunity to get in there and stop the cannon rush from going up, right? And like I said, they put another one here, you're going to put probes like this, right? And then they've got this one here, you're going to put a probe there, and you're going to put a probe there. Don't forget to build your second pylon, right? Don't forget to build your second pylon. So don't overreact and pull too many probes, all right? And really what it comes down to is it's just a tug of war. It's a micro tug of war, right? Because then what's going to happen, right? He's going to have all these dead pylons all over the place that he can't use. He's going to have all these dead pylons all over the place that he can't use, right? And then if he does do something like wall your probe in, right? Like if he does this, if he goes like this, and then you don't notice this, right? You don't notice this, and he attacks your probe first, that's the mistake you made, right? If he does this wall off and closes your probe in and attacks you first, you fucked up, right? Because what should happen is he should, like, come here to, like, wall off. He should come here to wall off, right? And he should build this, and you should attack him. And then he's taking damage before you do, and then he can't get the fucking wall, and his probe dies first, okay? So, that's, like, as brief and... it's really tough, right? Because this is very situational, and a lot of things can happen. But this is, like, a very explain like I'm 5 how to defend against this, okay? So... TLDR, cannon rushing is a fucking shit show. If you like this kind of content, like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching.